Today I'm going to teach you step by step how to make a DIY spring wreath for your front door. Hey guys, it's Nikki here at Stillwater's Wreath Designs. Welcome to the channel. You can find a full materials list for you below in the description of this video, as well as my Etsy link if you would like to purchase today's design. Hello, fellow wreath makers and DIY crafters. It's Nikki here at Stillwater's Wreath Designs. Did you know that you can find me in all the places? Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and Etsy. Just search for Stillwater's Wreath Designs. Today we are going to make a wreath using all of the goodies from the February Wreath Supply subscription box from Deco Exchange. If you're not aware, Deco Exchange offers a monthly wreath supply subscription box. This is actually just my second box, and they include everything that you need to make a super cute design. They have different tiers of subscriptions. This is just the basic tier. I'll leave a link for you below in the comments of this video in case you'd like to subscribe yourself. So they've given us a 15-inch work wreath form, 2 rolls of poly mesh. So it's a navy and a sage green, 2 floral bushes, which I'm going to leave out to show you. They were custom curated, I do believe, match their sign. How stinking cute is that? We've also got 4 leaf picks. So a couple of green, 1 navy, and 1 tan. And then we've got our ribbon stacks. You can find the link to the Deco Exchange subscription box below in the comments of this video in case you'd like to subscribe. And of course, once I finish completing today's design, you'll find it in my Etsy shop. So the work wreath form has 18 sets of ties. These are the sets of ties on the lower and an upper ring. So 18 sets of ties in total. And we're going to add cruffles for today's design. So let's go ahead and cut our mesh pieces. And remember, we've got 18 sets of ties, so I'm going to cut 9 pieces of the blue and 9 pieces of this pretty sage green. And you guys, I don't measure. I just pull my arm straight up and I cut. If you're someone who prefers to measure, I would say that these are between 28 and 30 inches in length. Okay, let's go ahead and get these deco mesh pieces cut. Okay, so we're going to add 1 cruffle to every set of ties. I just like to grab my deco mesh, curl side out, kind of hold it against my chest, roll each end in a couple, 2 or 3 times, and then I scrunch and gather in the middle to give me this cruffle. And then I'm going to come to any set of ties on my wreath base. Add that cruffle all the way down to the base of those ties and give it a couple of tight twists. Let's do one more together and then we'll speed ahead. So I've brought my mesh. Just going to roll those ends in a few times. Scrunch and gather in the middle. I've got my cruffle. I'm going to come to the next set of ties. I'll open them into a wide V. Add that cruffle all the way down to the base of those ties and give those ties a couple of tight twists. So we've got 2 cruffles added in. Let's go ahead and add 1 cruffle to every set of ties, alternating back and forth between our 2 colors here, and then I'll meet you back here. Okay, we've got all of our cruffles added into our wreath base. Super cute. So remember, we've got 18 sets of ties, and we're going to add our ribbon tail combos to all of the sets of ties except for 1. We'll save 1 on the upper level for a cute little bow. And so for the 2.5-inch wide ribbons, we're going to cut 13-inch strips. And we need 9 of one strip and 8 of the other. So here I'm just folding my ribbon accordion style. We're going to cut all of our strips at once. And 9. So we've just measured all of our tails in one quick motion. Now I'm going to separate those tails, and then I'm going to dovetail the ends. You can also angle trim if you prefer. So to dovetail your ends, just fold your ribbon strip in half, and then fold that in half, like so. And you're just going to come down about 3/4 of an inch on the folded side and cut up diagonally to that quarter. And that's going to give you that pretty dovetail. And by folding that in half, we've done each end at the same time. Okay, so go ahead and cut your 2.5 inch ribbon strips, trim your ends, and then I'll meet you back here. Okay, so I've got my 2.5 inch ribbon tails cut. We're not going to cut ribbon tails with our 1.5 inch wide ribbon. We're actually going to make little bows to add on top of those ribbon tails. You guys, I don't get credit for that idea. I saw one of the coaches do it on Deco Exchange, and it was super cute. So let's see if we can do something a little similar. So for every set of ties, we're going to alternate back and forth between the two ribbon combinations. So we'll add one 2.5 inch wide ribbon tail, and then I'm just going to make a super cute bow. So those are about 6 inch loops and a 6 inch tail. Just approximate, guys, not looking for perfection. So I've made 2 loops and 2 tails. We'll layer that right on top of the 2.5 inch wide ribbon tail. So it's looking like this, and I'm going to add that into any set of ties, all the way down to the base of those ties, giving them a couple of tight twists. Once you get that added in, I like to take my wire snips and just trim away the excess bit of tie. You don't have to, you can curl them back and under if you prefer. And so this is what it looks like with one bow and tail combination. Let's do one more together and then we'll speed ahead. Remember, we're going to alternate back and forth between our combinations here. Next up, we've got our green and white, and then our burlap with navy trim. Angle trimming those ends. You can dovetail if you wish. So this is just approximate, guys. I'm not measuring at all. But approximately 6 inch tails, 6 inch loops, and angle trim. Here's what this combination looks like. I'm going to add that right next to our first combination. Very next set of available ties, just going to nestle that down all the way down to the base of those ties. Give those ties a couple of tight twists. Trim off and fluff out that bow. And so there's what it looks like. There's that next bow and tail combination. How stinking cute is that? Okay, so go ahead and add your tail and bow combinations to all of your ties, reserving one on the upper level for a bow, and I'll meet you back here. Okay, I've got all of my ribbon added in, and you guys, look how stinking cute those bows are all the way around that wreath. Now, I did make a slight adjustment. I ended up putting ribbon tails on the upper level because I realized I was going to run out of ribbon for my bow. So, little adjustment. Let's go ahead and make our bow. I'm going to use my bow dabber today. And I've grabbed a 6 inch zip tie. I'm going to make 18 inch tails for the 2.5 inch ribbon. And approximately 6 inch loops. Not measuring here, guys. We're not measuring, we're just guessing. I'll marry them up to make sure they're about the same size. So I've got 2 loops and 2 tails. We'll do the same thing with our blue ribbon here. Then with my blue ribbon, my 1.5 inch ribbon, I'm just going to give it first a long tail that's about 26 inches in length, just so we've got some height there at the top. We'll do the same thing with our burlap. Another 26-inch piece. And then we'll make about a 16-inch tail. And for the 1.5 inch, we'll have 4-inch loops and 16-inch tails, 2 of each. Okay, I'm going to use my wand here just to squish that ribbon down nice and tight. And I'm going to secure my bow stack with a 6-inch zip tie. I'm not going to fluff out my bow until we get it into our wreath. But here's what the messy version looks like. And we're going to add this bow into that set of ties that we reserved on the upper level. So we're just going to nestle that right between those 2 ties. Give those ties a couple of tight twists and curl them out of the way. I'm going to give it a quick rough fluff here. I like to start on those back loops. I'm just pulling them into an X pattern. And then I'll open those loops up. Then I'm going to grab an old cardboard insert from our deco mesh and just give all of my tails a gentle curl, just wrapping those tails right around that cardboard insert, and we'll release. You can recurl those tails as many times as you need to. Just give them a gentle tug if you'd like them to be softer. And here's what it's looking like with our super cute bow. It's coming together, guys. All right, next up, let's add our birdhouse and bluebird sign. This is really lightweight, so I'm just going to hot glue this down. So I'm cutting off that hanger. We're going to add this to the right hand side, down a little bit. So we need to add lots of hot glue in the center. And then we'll flip this guy over. We'll give that a nice firm press here. And then I'm going to lay my bolt cutters on top to give it some weight. And we'll give it a few minutes to dry. Okay, we've got our cute birdhouse and bluebird sign hot glued on. It's nice and secure. Let's move on to the next step. Okay, we are going to add one floral stem to every spot on the lower ring where our burlap bows are. So just going to push those greenery bits all the way up by the head of the flower. I'm going to leave about an inch or so stem, and I'm going to trim that off. And we'll do that to every single stem on the bush. And then we're just going to run a bead of hot glue on that bit of stem that we've reserved and nestle it right down into the center of our bow. We're going to start out with just the burlap bows. We may add more, I don't know, we'll see. So I'm just going to nestle that down in there, hold it for about 10 seconds, and move on to the next. And this beauty is finished. How stinking cute is that? I'm going to get this listed in Etsy, and I'll add that link below in just a few minutes. Also, if you want to subscribe to the Deco Exchange monthly wreath supply subscription box, I'll leave that link below as well. Bye guys, happy crafting.